Welcome back to our channel, Living on the Ohio River. Hi, I'm Carrie Henshaw from Key Associate Signature Realty, and I love to do these videos, but I am a local realtor, so if you are relocate, make sure you give me a call. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you tap that subscribe button and give me the thumbs up if you love these videos. It helps with the algorithm. Are you looking for a lakefront and in the southern Indiana, northern Kentucky area? I am here at Christmas Lake and want to emphasize one of the only skiing lakes that can be found in the southern Indiana area south of Bloomington and within Indiana. So this is the lake, Christmas Lake. It's 217 acres. The actual lake is in the 2,000 acre community, which there are two other smaller lakes, Lake Noel and Lake Holly, which are 34 acres and 24 acres, and they're only trolling motors. But still great places to live because you can live on them. Take a golf cart over here and then just have your boat on the docks, which you could rent for $100 or $150 a year. It's a fabulous deal. It's a wonderful lake and it's absolutely gorgeous. So some key things if you are looking at this lake and never seen any of my videos on Christmas Lake, there is a requirement on horsepower for the skiing. It is 90 horsepower engines and it's outboard only, so no inboard. There are no jet skis, so if you're a jet skier, that will not be found on this lake. And in addition, the length of the actual boat cannot be more than 22 feet long. The typical boats that you're gonna see on this lake are deck boats, speed boats, and a lot of pontoon boats, because it is a great lake to leisure around at night, having maybe a drink, or even in the morning with your coffee and your little puppy, because it's just a quiet, peaceful lake. It doesn't get real busy, except maybe the holidays. Yes, the holidays, it is a crowded lake. I did say it was the only lake that you can ski on, but that is the one that you can live and ski on. There is Patoka Lake, there's Monroe Lake. There are lakes that are more reservoirs in the area, but this is the only one you can have a house on. Which brings me to, if you're looking for lakefront living, want a dock in your backyard that you can walk off and actually get in a boat on, this is the lake to be looking at. We have reasonable prices, we still have lakefront lots. As you can see, I think there's about 5 or 6 new construction homes going on as we speak. There are available lots. I do have 2 lots listed, one at $79,000 and one at $90,000. Both wonderful lots with great views, and you could build the dream home that you want. In addition, we do have lakefront houses that are existing that are for sale. They range from the 350 range all the way up to the 750,000 range. So there is a range there that, depending on what you're looking for, we can definitely get you into a house. We can look at the houses, but building is an option, and that's kind of the emphasis of what I want to do today, is that we do have lots, and with the construction, the way it is going, it's probably the most I've seen being built on the lake at one time, and I've been born and raised here. So it's kind of exciting to see a lot of new homes come up around the lake, considering most of these houses actually started in the late 60s, early 70s. Then there was another wave, I would say, that was like in the 80s and 90s. And I feel like the third wave is kind of coming on right now, which is very exciting for our lake and people that are looking for lakefront living. Again, you can live in the development, like I said, without living on the lake and have a boat in the lake. So if you own a lot or you own a house that is off the lake, you can rent the boat docks, like I mentioned, for $100 or $150 a year. So it definitely is very affordable. It allows you to get on a lake and maybe not pay the lakefront prices. If you want to look at lakefront living and maybe not pay that price tag, you still can use this lake if you live in Christmas Lake Village in any home or own any lot. One thing I want to point out is there is a lot of second homes here, but there are a lot of primary. There is a good mix of people that live here. But if you are looking for lakefront living, I feel like we're very ideal. We are 40 to 45 minutes from Evansville, an hour from Louisville, 3 hours from Indianapolis, 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours to Bloomington, Nashville, 2.5 hours. We're just in a really good spot. If you're looking for a lakefront living and potentially need to drive for the weekend, this is a wonderful place because you can get here fairly quickly, but still live in the city or wherever you may be from and still have your lakefront home. Another great thing about the area is we have Holiday World and we do have the Lincoln State and National Park. So there's a lot of activities here if you want to live here, but also if it is a second home that you can do on the weekend if you come to boat, but also maybe play at the parks as well as Holiday World. If you're looking at housing in the area, it has gone up like everywhere in the last few years, but we are looking at an average right now. If you're looking at the Lakefront, about 415,000 is what you will see. And I had to pull 2 years because we didn't have a lot of activity this past year. So that is kind of what the average sales have been for the Lakefront houses. If you're getting into the community in general, we're roughly about 265,000 as a community, which is a lot more reasonable if you want to get on a lakefront type of living but not live on the lake. That is definitely doable in that price range, maybe with a house off the lake and just using the boat docks with your own boat or even a lot. Christmas Lake is truly a gem. I was actually on the lake this past weekend and I was with a lot of friends or people that we just hang out on the lake. That's kind of what we do in this community. We are a group that is very friendly. People get along. They kind of bring you in as neighbors and it's very welcoming. But they were like, gosh, if I would have known about this like 10 or 15 years ago, I would have moved here immediately. It is a hidden gem. It is one of those places that if you've never been here, you definitely have to travel and see it. Give me a call. I'd be welcome to give you a tour around the whole development. But lakefront living, this is definitely in southern Indiana, northern Kentucky, one that you don't want to miss. If you have any questions relocating here or wanting a second home, give me a call, 812-686-3268. Until next time, I'll see you then or maybe on the lake.
We open doors in realty. Key Associates. Key Associates.